Hello, friend. Welcome into this mystery reading. I'm Molly, the QuantumLeapQueen. Thanks for joining me on this reading. These readings are a timeless resource for you to come utilize whenever you need some extra nourishment in your life. So trust that if you found this reading today, there's a message here for you. I'm setting the intention to give you the best messages that you need to hear today. And I'm going to start with the Rainbow Tarot. So let's take a look and see what we need to look at today for you. I have the Page of Cups. Ooh. The Sun. I'm getting a feeling here. I have the Nine of Cups and I have the King of Swords. Okay. I just really off the bat, I'm getting a couple messages here. One of them is I just feel like you're putting yourself on the pedestal again. You're prioritizing your emotions. You're really noticing around you what feels right. And that goes with everything. People, situations, opportunities. You're just really listening and tapping into your intuition and asking yourself first, like what is aligned and what isn't. And I really feel that this practice is helping to bring in the best case scenarios to you, the best people, all the things, because you keep prioritizing yourself. And it comes back to that saying, putting your own oxygen mask on before assisting others. That's what you've learned to do. And it has not been easy to get to this point. That's what I feel as well. With the Nine of Cups and the King of Swords, you have definitely been in challenging relationships when it comes to people not always having your best intentions in mind. You know, maybe using you or your energy in some ways to get their validation or their ego stroking. You just learned a lot about overgiving, over sacrificing yourself, abandoning yourself, chipping away at yourself in order to gain love, to be accepted. Those are things I see that you've dealt with in your past. And with the Nine of Cups here, I love it because it's saying you're no longer playing the same games that you used to play with people. Not You're just not playing the games of ego, not entertaining it like you used to in the past, because you see a lot more. You're a lot more clear with who you are now. And I feel that that's setting you up for not only such a abundant romantic life with yourself, but then also I feel like this puts you in connection with individuals that are also doing that same thing, where they feel sovereign and whole and complete within themselves. These are secure individuals. They're not trying to leech off your energy and take something from you without, honoring or returning. There's balance here, and that's what I feel in the energy. So there also could be a romantic connection coming in. That was kind of what I was feeling as the cards were popping out, like a healthy, met emotionally romantic connection. So that either feels like it's on the horizon or it's already here. And this is also someone that has been through their own levels of hurts and pains and has gone within themselves, decided not to play victim, and instead got really curious about their own internal belief systems, how they saw themselves, and always went back within to the real source and has done a lot of their inner work. That's what I see. And with the Two of Wands here, it makes me think that this person is very diverse in how they understand life, and there could be something here, take it or leave it, but around traveling, or like it's like perhaps both of you have a travel bug, or you meet when you're on vacation or elsewhere, or there's just something where this person isn't afraid to like go out and explore the world in ways, even if it is just mentally. But I really feel there could be some connection with that the two of you share. What else? What else can I tell my friend? I have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles here. Um, it's it's amazing because you're no longer entertained by anyone that spikes your nervous system. You've become very aware of who and what spikes your nervous system, and you just simply don't align with the people that used to do that. And I think perhaps you've even had relationships where people brought you into a lot of anxiety. And at one point that was attracted to you, or at least you didn't repel it, you stuck with it with these kinds of people and relationships. And it just showed you how that was a conditioning pattern, or that was a trauma bond you learned that you're now unlearning because you prefer a regulated, calm nervous system yourself. And then, like, with the people around you, that's kind of a requirement. It's not something someone can fake. It's either you got it or you don't. And it depends on the kind of work you've done on yourself. And it's just very evident because vibration doesn't lie. And that's where I feel you yourself are prioritizing your self-care is what brings you more peace and calm, and focusing on that in your environment. And then also, it's a requirement now for the people around you. It's not a thing about perfectionism, but it's a thing about, can this person acknowledge, are they working on their own peace? And if there is conflict, can they acknowledge it in a healthy way? You know, um, all those things are like, you're making so much more a priority now. And but obviously it's taken a lot of contrast for you to get here, to have this clarity, and to actually maintain the peace and the joy that you are now operating from in your life. So that's what I'm feeling. I am going to start pulling oracle messages for you. I'm going to start with the animal oracle. I always have the decks listed below in the description, just so you know. And what's the best message for my friend from this deck here? Okay, it says let go and bury. Let's read about it here. 17. This is the scorpion fly. It says scorpion fly is the first on the scene when there's a corpse. When scorpion fly appears in your reading, it is a sign that there is something outmoded that no longer serves you. When we hold on to something that has died, we cannot return the energy it once had. Instead, it takes on a different kind of life. Maggots begin to lay eggs. The bacteria take over the decomposing process. And the new life has a rancid smell. What thing or belief are you holding on to that no longer fulfills your purpose? What do you need to let go of and finally bury in the dirt? When we give a proper burial and say goodbye to what no longer serves us, it allows the natural process of decomposition to happen. It is through this letting go that something unexpected and beautiful can germinate. In burying what does not serve you, you create space for something more profound to grow. You become stronger by weeding through what is no longer contributing to your growth. Scorpion Fly's medicine shares that a new development is waiting to blossom, but you must first sacrifice and bury the unneeded that is taking up space, trash the old and outdated. So there could be something like that for you going on. That is interesting because was getting in the tarot. Oh, wow. And then I have the Ten of Swords at the top of the deck. So there is something here where you are letting go egoically of something that is not serving. And it's followed up by the Two of Pentacles. So it makes me think it's this addiction to there being a little bit of chaos. There being like some imbalance, some instability. And now this definitely could be coming out in relationships, but it could just be coming out with the relationship with yourself and what you are choosing to do with with your decisions. What decisions are you making about how to best take care of yourself? This also could have to do with a substance, food, or anything where it's feeling like you go to it, maybe still in an unhealthy way, unhealthy way. So there's something where it's like, it's so blatantly clear now to you, like how this thing is not serving you, but it's still very difficult to let it go. And that's what I feel like you're looking at the moment. So again, definitely could be a person, but it can be really anything. And it is a little bit of addiction to the past and that instability. And perhaps it's even like the not honoring of yourself, or not really, showing up for yourself 100% the way that you know that you can deep down. It's still a tie to the past of self-abandoning, or of a dysregulated nervous system, or something like that. So you know what this is for you, and I'm just getting, you can honor it for how it served you in the past, and as you bury it, let it go, you honor it. Thank you for being here, for helping me, for serving me, and now I lay you to rest. And perhaps making the space for something new to take its place. Just ideas to sit with and to let go, because we can intellectually understand it, but sometimes the emotions are just so strong. But also to take that bond, that connection off the pedestal of being like unbreakable or feeling like impossible. Just playing with the idea that maybe it's simpler, maybe it's easier than we're making it out to be. Just food for thought. Okay, I'm going to move on next to the Moonology deck. What message from the moon wants to be known for my friend right now? Moon message, por favor. We have a personal issue reaches resolution, the full moon in Cancer. So yes, that could be what this is about. Definitely emotional, definitely something close to home, to the heart, as the moon rules Cancer. This is the heart, this is the emotions, this is the home, this is the mother. Actually, I was born the day of a full moon in Cancer, so I'm very tied in with this energy. And I think, like, for me, it's like the number one thing is like comfort. Like, I just need to feel comforted. And perhaps there's like the relationship or the vice you go to that makes you feel so comforted, but you know that it's not really serving you and nourishing you at the deepest level it could, and that there's other things out there, either other people or other activities, that would nourish you even better. But it's like hard to make the transition. It's very difficult, but I think that's what's being brought up to look at now in this reading and in your life, is that this personal issue reaches resolution. Also, I feel like Cancer is very, like, what's the word? I want to say sincere, but sentimental is the word I want. Very sentimental. So, like, and like once it has something, it doesn't necessarily want to let it go, because it's kind of like it's a part of me now. It's part of the home, and that's where I think like having some kind of like, either it's like a ceremonial burial, like energetically, of the thing might be helpful, because then it's very heartfelt and honoring like the letting go process, and even just trying something like that out instead of just trying to cut it cold turkey, actually having a moment of honoring for it in a burial. Just an idea coming that might spark something for you. And yeah, 144, as I looked at the time, 1444. Lastly, my friend, I'm going to pull from I create my reality deck. What's the best message, final message for my friend from this deck? It says, I am grateful. Gratitude is the attitude. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. When you are grateful for everything around you, even for the things you may not understand at the moment, you improve your satisfaction with life. Be grateful for all that you have done and for all that you still want to do. What matters most is not where something comes from, it's what you do with it. Live in gratitude. So that's your message. Great reminder. It truly does make us a magnet for miracles, for manifestations when we're in gratitude for exactly where we are. We're not needing anything. We have ideas of things that would be nice to experience, but at the end of the day, we're detached and we're so grateful for everything that we have. It's so beautiful to come back to on a moment-to-moment basis. In theory, of course, but then we get up in our minds, in our monkey minds and all the things. But when you feel like you're overwhelmed with stuff, that's just such a good reminder to come back to being grateful and counting your blessings for the things you do have that you once dreamed of having, or, you know, not everyone has. So it's just very crucial. Good reminder. Yeah. So, friend, that's all I have for you. That concludes this reading. Thank you for joining. Thanks for being here. Come on back whenever you need more nourishments. My channel is a library of timeless mystery readings. So you just pick one based on your intuition. I have new readings dropping every Monday and Thursday currently. And I have my link down below for readings and to work with me. And until the next one, guys, we'll see you on the next reading. Bye.